Hey, welcome back to another episode of Instagram Podcast. I'm your host, Juan. As always, my co-host is here with me. Hey, Trip.
Hi.
How you doing, bud?
I'm so good.
Why are you so good?
Because it's early in the morning and we're recording and nothing's fucked up my day yet.
Yet.
Hashtag
yet. So I'm getting into hashtags. Oof. I'm all about it now. Hashtag yet. Not yet.
Oh.
Hey, you know what is happening today, though, Trip?
What's happening
You know
today?
what we're talking about today?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the spring preview 2018 of anime.
Okay, so yeah, we're talking about all the anime that we watched on all the platforms that we have, which does not include High Dive.
Yet.
We
gotta figure this out.
We'll discuss it.
We said we'd talk about it. We did not talk about it.
Well, there's other shit for us to talk about too, like getting the fucking plane tickets so we could go down.
Oh, yeah. Sierra, if you listen to this,
Expo.
Trip's really been on me about plane tickets. Can you talk to him about it?
I'll figure it out, whatever.
All right.
And by that, I mean, I'll text everybody today and be like, yo, motherfucker.
Don't text me. I'm here, so.
I'm still going to text you.
Text her. Text Sierra.
Okay, so you don't want any part of this?
Nope.
Right.
I got so many things to do. The last thing I want to do is find a flight.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
Great. I already gave you the money for the hotel.
Yes.
Because the other day I was just like, oh, fuck, I got to pay trip for the hotel and the flight. I got to get the flight. And I was just like,
no, you guys
I was like, no, I think I got the hotel. And I was just like, and I remembered because in Venmo, I put the little Love Hotel. There's a regular hotel.
And then it was like a church with a heart on it.
Yeah. I was like, nice. Anyways, we're going to be talking about a bunch of animes in depth. When I mean in depth, we're going to talk about the ones we liked a lot and the ones that we didn't. We're going to be like, these are shit. And this is why they're shit.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't plan on spending a lot of time on a few of these.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Some of these are really bad.
There's not, I took extensive notes, and by that I mean one sentence long notes about each show that kind of helps me remember what happened in them. And, it doesn't really help because some of them were fucking trash. Yeah. Anyways, I'm excited to talk about it. This is one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, I like this one too.
Before we get into that, what have you been up to, man?
Man, I've been living life. Been really busy with school. I had an animation cycle. I had to do a walk cycle for the tiger. Mm-hmm. Didn't finish it. Didn't turn it in.
Damn.
So embarrassed. It's only 10 points, I think.
Okay.
So I'll talk to him, see if he'll let me turn it in. If not, I don't care. That was a bummer. Saturday was supposed to be a super chill day. I was gonna go to this fucking picnic for Sierra's work, whatever. You were invited. You couldn't come. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm not.
There was no alcohol, which is a real bummer. And then it was just gonna spend the rest of the day watching anime, chilling. And then my boy hit me up saying, "Hey man, real long shot. Can you give me a ride to San Francisco?" I was like, "Well, it's 8:00, so." Of course I can. So
what the fuck?
Well, he missed his flight to Sacramento, and he missed his flight to somewhere in Texas. I think he was going to Austin or Dallas or Houston. One of the
he's
three.
He's going to the Texas.
He missed his flight from Sacramento, and the other flights were like $700, and then I could get a flight to San Francisco cheap, but he needed to get there, so me and Sierra drove him out there. Fucking got there around 2, went to sleep, woke up instantly, drove all the way back, had to work on Sunday. Such a shit time. But then I went to hang out with a friend for his 21st on Sunday. Showed him the ropes. There's a lot of ropes to learn when you're drinking, like an adult in a bar. And I showed him some of them. Didn't show him all of them.
Okay.
Showed him some. As it comes to anime, I've been just watching what I'm supposed to watch. I also snuck on a few episodes of Ultimate Muscle, the Kaneki Legacy.
Oh, look at you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Does that show hold up, in my opinion?
Does it?
I like it a lot.
All right.
I don't think anybody else. I don't think I could convince you to watch it and you have a good time. But I super get a great kick out of it. So I'm just watching. Like, oh my god, this is so dumb. One of his powers is you can fart really hard. Nice.
Good shit. Yeah. Good shit.
Besides that, man, just fucking gonna start plugging away at whatever we do for next week. Anime wise. I missed the fucking premiere of apparently Westworld. That season 2 came out.
You son of a bitch.
Did you see it?
I didn't watch the first season.
You ever seen Westworld?
I wasn't included in it. My roommates watched it without me. They were like, you should really watch this. And I'm like, I woulda.
You should really watch that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I came home every single time and they started it like 20 minutes ago. And I'm like, you guys can't wait.
What some fucking assholes.
Yeah,
what's the deal with I'm sorry, it's a question I wanted to ask you off air, but I'm on air. What's the deal with Better Call Saul? What's going on?
What are you talking about?
Something about like in 1,000 years or 100 years, something about it's like something happened Better Call Saul and you liked it on Facebook.
So what you saw was me tagging my mom in an article by Clickhole.
Oh, it's a Clickhole. Never mind, it's
which
done.
Said,
I don't care anymore.
In 100,000 years, Better Call Saul fans are going to be pissed because the world's probably going to stop being able to, contain life.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. That's that. I'm done. I should have seen. Should have looked who it was.
Yeah.
But, what's good with you, man?
I just found out that in 100,000 years.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up.
But I don't know. I've been fucking playing Monster Hunter. I've been watching some animes, mostly things that we've been watching for this season. But we also had to do some catching up for Kyle, so that he could watch Steins Gate Zero.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
We had a good time.
You watched all of Steins Gate?
Oh yeah.
So I have some homies at school that I really get along with. They're younger than I am, and sometimes they do stuff where like they say references or memes I don't get, but I get a lot of stuff, and I'm like, oh man, these are nice. I like them. They're pretty fun. I enjoy them. It's a group of friends that have similar interests than I do, and I don't have to customize myself or try to make myself like, oh, you like sports, I can also like sports. It's like they like things I like. Cool. We were talking about Steins Gate Zero. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta watch it because it wasn't on my fucking queued up. It was the one thing. It was the last thing I watched was Steins Gate Zero. It was the last thing I queued up. Right. I was like, oh man, I gotta go home watch Steins Gate Zero. And two of them who I like were like, oh yeah, Steins Gate. Like, yeah, we don't like it very much. It's not that good. And I was like, oh my god, fucking dead to me. I can't hang out with you guys anymore.
Well, okay, so here's the problem that a lot of people have is that it's too. The problem with time travel and whatnot is that you could just go back and try to fix the thing over and over and over. So people don't like that. That's kind of what happens.
I don't know, man. It really broke my heart that these homies were like, nah, man, Steins Gate Zero is trash. They said Steins Gate's trash. One of them was like, no, man, I like Steins Gate. I was like, oh, this is the real homie. This is the new homie.
Okay, so here's the thing. Kyle was not very pleased with the end of Steins Gate.
Well, Kyle can suck a dick.
But he's so excited about Steins Gate Zero.
Yeah.
Because it's the bad timeline. So he's like, what's going to happen now?
Bunch of sad stuff. Apparently, some people don't. Apparently, it's not universally loved, which is kind of upsetting because I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck them.
Some people are wrong.
Fuck
That's okay.
them. Yeah, they're dead to me. You know who you are. You're dead to me.
Brian.
One of them is named Brian, actually.
Fuck you, Brian.
Yeah, and the other one is actually a friend that has the same name as a friend of ours.
Yeah, I was going to say Kyle.
That's both of them.
Yeah,
both
I know.
Of them. Fuck both of them.
Yeah, no, I had a feeling. Also, you've talked about Kyle a couple of times.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard the name Brian before.
That was a good guess.
But it felt right.
It was a very common white name.
All right, well, that's been our episode of...
Thank you. Yeah, you fucking over here premonition and shit. You fucking genie.
I'm doing some genie magic. Don't worry about me. I'm cool.
Do you want to get into this bitch and start doing news and then quickly start fucking slamming through these 30 plus shows of anime?
All right, motherfuckers, buckle up. So there's a new Gundam series coming out called Gundam Narrative, and it's been announced taking place about a year after the events of Gundam Unicorn.
Cool. People seem to really love Unicorn. Mm-hmm. It's like it's like universally the best. And why not? It's called Unicorn. That's awesome.
It should be the best.
Yeah. Have you seen Gundam Unicorn?
No.
I don't think I've only Gundam show. I think I've like so far seen every episode of. Is the Gundam show that's come out this season.
You've seen every episode of it this season?
There's like only 2 of them.
You've seen every episode. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
I'm fucking on top of it, dog.
Good shit. Damn. Next up, YuruYuri OVA has been announced. You know that shit?
It sounds familiar, but I can't.
Nah, you don't know that shit. I don't know that shit.
What is it?
Whatever. It's just a slice of life, little comedy anime.
Cool.
It's like, yeah, it's a charming little time. So an OVA, that'll be exciting for the fans.
And OVA stands for?
And Over Some Time Video Academy.
Nope.
I don't know what it stands for.
It's a original video adaptation or whatever.
There we go. It's an original video adaptation. Look at you, fucking genius on the other side of the room.
Thanks.
Look at you. You're so smart and pretty.
Thing is, I don't understand sarcasm, so that feels good. Thank you.
I'm not being sarcastic.
I know you're
beautiful today. Next week, there's going to be an episode, or there's not going to be an episode.
Killing it, Trip.
Killed it. Nailed it. There's not going to be an episode of Darling in the Franxx.
Okay.
But going off of that, I got a little conversation. You caught up with Darling?
Nope. I'm 1 episode behind from the end of the last season.
My God.
The last one I saw was...
this conversation is going to be kind of weird. So something had happened, essentially, where the gang's not together. Mm-hmm. There's a big old fight thing going on, and then we got our boy, and he's all hurt. Long story short, people started sending death threats to the creator.
This. Yeah. Death threats because they were mad about some sort of romantic involvement thing or whatever, right?
Yeah, they just started like trending the hashtag Bitchigo, which I thought was pretty fucking stupid and great. Instead of Ichigo. Essentially, they were just kind of being bitches, and everyone's like, I want to see this romance. Fuck you for fucking me over. And he's like, God, just wait until next week, okay? Like, why are you trying to kill me?
And she goes like the girl that's a leader of the crew, the one that's in love with the main character, but he's oblivious or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about shipping things? Like, are you a fan of shipping things?
I don't give a fuck, dude. Yeah. I'm like, you know what? The creators have an idea, and we're going to go with it.
We should let them decide who falls in love with who. That being said, there are times I do get upset that I'm like, oh, man, you know, I do like this couple pairing. It doesn't mean it's just because I like it, it should be that way, you know? That being said, I don't think that the main character drawing the Franxx deserves any love. He kind of sucks. He's so dumb. He's just like, I just got kissed by this bitch, but I don't know what love is because I'm an idiot, you know. But I
mean, I don't
like him. I just don't like. I don't.
Not for that reason.
I don't like him for that reason.
None of them understand what love is.
No. But the guy with the glasses is like he's the first. He's like wise. He's learning what love is.
Everyone loves Goro. Goro is the best.
Goro should be the main character. Goro is the best. I like him so much.
But here's the thing about Hero. It's a whole different story. Which the next episode you haven't fucking seen.
Look at this. Look at this. Don't care.
It just kind of makes you like have a little bit more context for the whole situation about what's going on. So
don't care. Goro's the best. Goro might. You know what?
Yeah, I know. Goro is the best.
Goro might win best boy this season.
Nobody's arguing against that. Not a single person.
Deku might take it, actually.
No.
Have you seen My Hero this season?
Have you seen Goro? Because yes, I've seen My Hero this season. But
all right, well, it's gonna be an argument for later. Way to fucking kill the vibe. Fuck you. No, fuck you.
Fuck you, man.
Fuck you, man.
I'll send you death threats. Full circle.
Oh, that being said, don't fucking send people death threats. It's fucked up. Like, that's mean, you know?
That's mean. Don't let people be fucking mean.
Are you really fucking kidding me? No, I'm serious. It's like, no, it's not cool. Like,
I'm pretty sure almost everybody is like, oh yeah, we shouldn't send people death threats. Like nobody's like, wait, we're not supposed to do.
No,
thanks, internet guy.
Obviously, people do think it's okay to send it because they're sending death threats.
Okay, they're like crazy fucking otakus.
No,
it's not like it's
that's our
everybody.
People. That is our people.
Oh my god, yeah, it's our people, but it's also like not our people.
Look, our people don't send death threats. Not cool. Trip does not condone death threats. Neither do I.
So you heard of The Promised Neverland?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, it's getting an anime. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm fucking stoked.
Cool. Me too. I don't know anything about it, but the picture looks kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I do know about this actually.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Can you tell us?
Yeah, it's about some like kids that like they're being tested and they're like in an orphanage or whatever, and it turns out that they're actually like in the demon world and they're like being like groomed to be eaten or some shit like that, and they're trying to escape. It's supposed to be really good.
That sounds really fucking cool. I want to watch that shit.
I remember checking out the manga for a bit because I liked the art style. I didn't keep reading because I was busy, but I heard it was going to get an anime, and I was like, oh, cool, man. I'm super stoked for that. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. There's going to be a new ReZero OVA that airs in October this year.
Cool. So, I still haven't watched the original ReZero. I should because people tell me it's amazing, and you seem to hate it. So yeah.
I'm not. It's not for me. No, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Why don't we talk about all of the different Funimation dubs that are coming out?
Yeah, let's do it. You got them queued up?
Yeah, I do.
Sweet, cool. So I want to talk about this about a week ago, but Trip's like, you know what? It'd probably be better to save that for when we do our preview. And I was like, fuck you, you stupid son of a bitch with your great ideas. So these are the animes that this season are going to get a Funimation simuldub TM,
and we'll find out if it's worth watching later in the episode. So, Space Battleship Tiramisu. That one's coming out. That's a shorter kind of episode.
7 minutes long, yeah.
Yeah. We got Kakurio, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits.
Yeah.
All right, cool. The Legend of the Galactic Heroes, Neue These. Or is it These?
Are you saying things at the end? Like is it Colin? I don't know what it is, but I know. Just say Galactic fucking...
Yeah, but it's the New Boys, so we gotta have that whole...
I don't think it is the New Boys, actually. I think it's just it's a good...
It was originally called...
It's like I think it's a reboot.
Well, I know it's a reboot, but like, is it the reboot?
I don't...
Yeah?
Can just keep going.
Yeah, see, I don't know either. God. That's why I say it, because I figure it's probably...
You know what?
So
you're
you
nicer in the evening, because you've been tired all day, and you can't fight.
You know what? That's true.
got so much sass in you.
I have a lot of sass. Hinamatsuri. You don't remember that one?
What? Oh, yeah. It's the one with the chick in the pod. Yeah. I'm fucking keep going.
All right. Dances with Dragons.
Okay, yeah.
Golden Kamui. Steins Gate Zero.
Yeah.
High School DxD Hero.
I guess I didn't see that one. I missed that one. Did that was that on Crunchyroll?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No.
I didn't watch it.
I haven't watched any High School DxD.
I must have not added it to my queue, I
I'm
guess.
not going to watch like the 5th season of a show.
Well, now we'll never know.
Yeah, well, we won't. Full Metal Panic, Invisible Victory.
Okay.
Just another one that I didn't watch.
I also didn't watch it. I
Because
would have.
it's a sequel to something that I haven't seen.
Would have seen it.
Which you probably need a lot of context, so fuck it.
Don't believe in it.
And Star Blazers, Space Battleship, like 1991 or some shit like that.
Cool. Okay, so those are the things that are getting a simul dub. TM, again, trademark.
TM.
And the way that works is usually like 3 weeks out. I think today dropped the simul dub for what fucking show is it? I just saw. I think it's Steins Gate Zero. That was either today or yesterday. So I mean, it doesn't really help you because you're gonna listen to this tomorrow. But whatever. What I'm saying is like, isn't that funny? What I'm saying is like it takes a couple weeks. There's like some lag. So by the time the season wraps up, like in real time, the doubles still have 2 or 3 episodes still going or whatever.
True.
And I actually kind of like simuldubs. I think they're super convenient. They actually help me a lot when it comes to doing the wrap up episodes. And it also gives me a chance to if the dub's really bad, I'll just fucking deal with the subtitles or whatever.
Good.
Yeah.
So one more piece of news. Mob Psycho 100 is going to get a manga series, like an official manga series, not just a web comic.
Yeah.
Made by Dark Horse.
Yeah, I like Dark Horse. I think they're really cool. They do a lot of like not just comic book stuff. They do mangas and they'll do like concept art books and yeah, I think it's good. I think it's great because I really wanted to read Mob Psycho 100, but I couldn't get past the fact of how ugly the web comic is.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, there's just one little fun fact of news.
Fun fact.
Mob Psycho 100 is now number 100 on my anime list.
Let's keep it there, guys. No higher, no lower.
Nope. You got to keep it equal. You got to keep it at that.
If 2 new shows pop up this season and they're like, they bump them down, we rank them up.
Yeah.
Has to happen.
We have to.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Pretty satisfying.
That makes you kind of happy. Yeah. Everything's right in the world. All the colors are more vibrant.
Yeah, that was just a fun little piece of news that goes along with an actual piece of news. So I'm done with news. You done with news?
I'm done with news.
All right, cool. What do you want to do now? You want to hang out?
Yeah, we will hang out after this.
Okay,
so let's do the preview for the 2018. Is it summer or spring? Spring anime. And we're going to fucking just rock and roll through this. Like we said, there's going to be some shows that are just so shit and like, unmemorable that they're going to get 2 or 3 words or sentences. And
if you want a more in-depth review, go to somebody else.
Yeah, go suck a butt because we're not doing it.
I'm not talking about that fucking show. We'll get into that.
Unless
show
it's like
later.
really bad. Oh, we also got to talk about what we're giving Kyle because we might have some arguments in this one.
Whoa!
Did Kyle quit already?
No.
Okay, I was wondering. I thought you were gonna be like, I thought you were gonna be like Kyle quit.
You disagree?
Well, I don't know. I don't remember what you said. What you wanted to give him.
Well,
yeah, we'll get there.
I'll tell you. Yeah.
And then maybe I'll disagree.
At the end, we'll kind of talk about it.
Cool. So what's the top of the list?
So we're going to talk about all the anime on Crunchyroll first, and then we're going to talk about the Amazon Prime ones. On the first of the list, this is just based off of whatever fucking order I put them on my queue because it's like the day one anime, but in reverse of what they aired. And then it goes on for a while. Anyways, we're going to talk about Magical Girl Ore, made by Pierrot Plus, and it's based off of a web manga.
Okay, yeah.
So this show, I was kind of hoping to like it.
Mm-hmm. I kind of hoped I liked it too. The premise was pretty interesting. It's essentially about a girl who wants to be an idol and she's pretty shit at it. I do like the fact that she's shit at being an idol.
Oh yeah.
She's in love with some other dude who's a pop idol, and some demons show up, and these demons are little bunny heads with yoked men bodies.
Yeah.
And some guy shows up and is like, "Hey man, your mom was a magical girl. You want to be a magical girl? We need a magical girl." He's like, "Okay, I'm down." And she does it, and she turns into a big old yoke dude.
Just a huge buff boy.
Fucking massive dude, and he's still wearing a magical girl thing, and it was funny. That whole concept
pretty
was great.
funny.
I think the show was pretty lackluster.
Yeah, the dialogue didn't have anything that I really laughed out loud at. The animation was like
kind of
shitty.
shitty.
You showed me some things that looked funny, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, like the bunny demons. Like, oh, that's hilarious.
I like them. They're
but
great.
then anytime they do their like whacked out anime face, like, well, it was like, those are just poorly drawn. I don't think the show is worth continuing to watch. I am really bummed that it didn't pan out as well as it could have, because I was pretty hopeful. There's a lot of fucking the concept of it is really great, and it does make you want to draw characters like Byoked guys as Matsuka girls. Now.
Fucking great, that whole concept was so good. I'm just a little bit upset.
Yeah, I really hate the fact that we had to watch the whole show just to get to the very end to see her turn into a guy, and then it's like, to be continued. It's like, oh, bummer, I'm never going to continue this.
Yeah, just like, well, if I laughed more.
Yeah, if only it was more funny. So yeah, no good. Keep going.
Umamusume Pretty Derby by PA Works. It's based off of a game.
Yeah, I would never have guessed.
Yeah, fucking, okay. This show, Pretty Derby, it's fucking pretty. It is goddamn good looking.
Yeah, I like it.
I didn't really care for it overall, but it was so pretty.
I think it's really pretty. Essentially, the concept for this is like, there's a world where there's horse girls, and they're not like, traditional like centaurs. They're like just girls that have like horse ears and tails.
Yeah, they're like cat girls.
Yeah, and they race in derbies. Apparently, horse racing is huge, and like, I was like, oh, this is kind of an interesting idea, and the girl's from the Bumpkins, and she wants to come in and become the best horse racer in the derby girl in Japan. I was like, oh, cool. And then this is the part that killed me. It was like, they do the derby race. It's like, oh, the derby's done. Oh, they won. It's like, oh, they got to do the award ceremony. And the award ceremony is the top 3 racers do like a pop idol concert. And I'm like, oh, this is trash.
I thought that was fucking hilarious.
I do like the names of all the horses. I like their designs.
Well, because also with the names, it's based off of actual horses, so they kind of like do a little comparison thing every once in a while, and like that's interesting.
Like racing horses have like silly names. Like her name's is Special Week. I was like, oh, that's cute. There's one named Vodka. I was like, oh, cool, dope. Yeah. But for the most part, this show's not for me.
No, I love the character design.
I do too.
I absolutely love it. Kyle kept saying that they look like cat girls, and they're just like cat girls. And I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of got horse ears. They have that like rounded, pointed ear. And they
sometimes take it for like, some people, they'll wear horsey stuff. Like they're wearing like the muffs on their ears, or like they wear things to cover their horse ears or whatever. And their tails, I looked at their tails. It legitimately, it's hair. Yeah. It looks like hair. It's not like a dog tail or anything. So great designs, in my opinion.
Yeah, they did a really good job at all that.
But not a good show.
Unfortunately, not for me. I think that it is for some people. Oh, yeah. It's just not for me. And like, it's not a show that I'll talk trash about in any way. I think that they did exactly what they want to do, and they did it well. Yeah. Great show.
It did make me laugh a few times. It was like,
yeah, exactly.
That's pretty funny, but not funny enough to be like, man, it's not good enough for me to be like, go up to my friends and be like, hey guys, what show's pretty good? Fucking, this derby show, and be like not embarrassed about it. Yeah. If it was amazing, be like, fuck you guys, this show's amazing.
No, it's not that good. It's a high school girl show. Yeah. With racing. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. It's all right. It's no K-On, if you know what I'm saying. Today's menu for the Emiya family, made by ufotable, and it's based off of manga. This is a show that I started watching not even knowing the name. I just put all the new shit on there, and I'm like, all right, let's watch this shit next. This is a Fate spinoff from the Fate series. The reason I knew it is because as soon as they said, I wonder if Saber would want to do this, and I'm like, yeah, I know who Saber is. She's from Fate.
Don't know.
She's a girl with the blue and the white.
Don't know who that is.
Blonde hair.
Don't know who that is.
Okay.
What I'd have to say about this show was it's short. It's not that long. I think it's a really pretty show.
It's pretty.
The animation's really gorgeous. It's fucking great artwork.
Really heavy focus on cooking.
Oh yeah, no,
it's a food show.
The food looks amazing, and they made the first episode. They made soba, which is buckwheat noodles. Yep. And I hate soba. Soba's fucking gross. But they made soba look so good. Yeah. He was like deveining the shrimp, and I was like, oh, and like he meant tempura, and I was like, wow, this food looks amazing. I wouldn't watch that show. I would watch that show just to see the food. It's pretty, but I don't think it's a must watch.
So here's the thing: since it's a Fate show, I feel like we didn't connect with it as much. We haven't seen the Fate series.
Don't care about the characters at all.
But if it was like a My Hero spinoff,
and they were cooking, that'd be great.
Or like a One Punch Man spinoff, like anything, it would be so fucking cool.
It would be amazing. Yeah, this is just it's not for us for it to be amazing. It's just not the right series or whatever.
Yeah, which sucks. But there are a lot of people that love Fate, so the show is definitely
it's
that's
definitely
for
them.
loved.
Yeah. And again, the food's amazing looking. So anime food always looks great. This one looks fucking on point.
What a cool spinoff.
Yeah, what a great idea, right? Yeah. Hey, he's like, hey, let's just take a break from all the murdering and killing and fucking sexy toothbrushing,
right?
And we'll do fucking some cooking.
Because there are other kinds of things, like we'll have a little spin-off episode, like a beach episode or something like that,
or a baseball
right?
episode,
where it's like it doesn't fucking matter at all.
A whole series of like just.
But this is a series, so because sometimes you're like, well, yeah, I just want the plot though. So can you get back to that? But with this, it's like it's the whole series being dedicated to that thing.
Yeah.
So I think that it's much easier to not be upset about that.
Oh yeah, I'm not upset at all about this, and looks good. The food looks amazing.
Cool. Let's talk about GeGeGe no Kitaro.
Okay.
So this is made by Toei Animation. It's based off of a manga, and it feels like a show for kids that's like darker.
Yeah. It's like
as a kid, I would have fucking loved it so much. There are a couple of shows this season that if I watched it as a kid, I would have been all about that shit. It's like all I would have done.
I might still have like a child just inside of me because there's shows I'm just like, this show isn't great. Like just specific shows. I'm like, this show's not amazing, but I love it. Like this show, it was entertaining. I really like the intro song. It's really fun to sing along. It's pretty dumb. This is about what's it called? Yokai, right? Which are spirits,
Japanese spirits, and like that kind of concept.
So essentially, there's like this alleyway, and at the bottom of the alleyway, there's like a mailbox, and if you drop a letter there, some yokai specialist will come and help you with your yokai problems. Yeah, and fucking little guy shows up. He's got like bowl cut, covered with the one eye. He's got a buddy who's a little eyeball, and he fights yokai. And
his buddy is his dad.
Yeah, his buddy is his dad. Which is weird, but whatever.
I fucking love that.
There's also the thing, because one thing I really liked about the show was all of his attacks had names,
Yeah,
like back
that's
in the
what
day,
made it feel like a fucking kid show too.
Finger gun, boo, like fucking hair spikes, he'd throw his fucking sandals and shit. I enjoyed this show. I don't think I enjoyed it enough to keep watching it. Yeah, it was entertaining. Things looked good. I like the character designs for a lot of things. Yeah. It did get really dark at the very end of the first episode. He gets shot by an arrow and he just slumps. And it's like, cool, roll credits.
Right. But not only that, like all these people are turning into this like giant tree monster thing. And like they're just dying left and right, essentially. Yeah. I'm like, whoa, as a kid, that would blow my fucking mind. I mean, I would love it.
None of them died because they all got brought back to life.
No, yeah, but like at the time, they're all dying.
Yeah. No, I would say if you're a child or whatever, listen to this podcast.
Stop listening. Just stop listening to this.
I'm saying, like, if you have kids or young kids, like, this is a good show for them. If they're cool for like with watching stuff, Yeah. It's more mature. It's like, it's on that latter half of stuff. It isn't like Pokemon, Right, yeah. It's better than that. I'm saying like, with the themes that they're showing. But yeah, not for. I don't think it's for me. Again, cool intro song, and I like the designs. So
yeah, this next show that we're going to talk about is the one that I think Kyle should watch.
Okay,
it's called Love to Lie Angle. It's made by Creators Impact and Studio Lings, and it's based off of a manga. Do you remember this show?
I don't think I saw this one. What's this one about?
You might have forgot to put this on your list.
Oh, that's right, because I had to take the parent.
Naughty.
I had to take the parental things off. Yeah. Oh, right. I didn't get to see this one. I don't have a say.
I mean, we could pause it. It's like a 3-minute long show.
Okay, yeah. Let's pause it.
All right, so we're back from watching Love to Lie Angle.
Sure are, yeah.
How do you feel?
I love it. It's amazing. Man? It's the best show I've seen all this season.
Yeah.
I think it's, I don't know. The joke of this, it's kind of hard to describe it after just seeing it. It's a short show. Okay. It's about a girl going to a new high school. She's moving into the dorms, and the dorm's a shitty dorm or whatever. And there's a bunch of women, and they all have either big boobs or tiny boobs or no underwear or whatever. And she's seeing all of them naked, and she gets a face full of titties.
For like half of the episode.
Yeah. So it's not the worst show I've seen. It's better than Citrus.
You felt like that was better than Citrus?
Oh, yeah.
The animation?
Oh, yeah. No, the animation for this I think it was fucking the way it looked. Fucking Citrus had like. No, is that the show I'm thinking about? Citrus is the one about the two sisters or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Citrus had fucking pink knees, which I just cannot get over.
Yeah, this one had weird like pink accents on the boobs.
Yeah,
in like a lot of places.
That's how boobs look like. Pickaxe all over. This show, I think this show
It had like no animation.
No, this show's fine. It's okay. It's a good show.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you.
I think Kyle's gonna have a shitty time watching this. I think because it's just gonna be boob joke after boob joke after boob joke. So there's no substance in it. But whatever.
It just feels pointless. It feels like there is absolutely no point to it.
Nope. Yeah,
because it's not pornography.
Nope.
And it's not funny. And it doesn't have any characters.
Oh, there's characters. There's development there. They've known each other since childhood. It's great.
With zero personality. Long story short, Kyle's watching this shit. Is my vote. I don't know if you have a different vote after seeing it.
I mean,
but
we can go through it. We'll see if another show pops up. Like this one, I think is also pretty bad. The only saving grace for this one is that it's really short. So
yeah, pretty much. All right, cool. So stay away from that.
Not for us. Yeah. Unless you're into that stuff, do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. I'm just like, why not just watch hentai instead?
Yeah.
Anyways, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which I'm not going to say the last part because you got mad at me for saying it.
I don't know. Well, I couldn't say it either.
It's made by Production IG and it's based off of a novel.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I liked it. I did watch it sub, which is kind of tough because there's a lot of reading. It's a lot of a lot of you standing there and attack and do this and that. But I've heard that Legends of Galactic Hero, like the original one, was like fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Great character story, great development, great everything. It was really long and super slow paced or whatever. And like the animation was kind of shitty from the 90s. So this is supposed to be a reboot. It's supposed to look better. And they're doing English dub, which is going to help me out. So I'm looking forward to seeing this because, I'm just going to give it a chance. I want to see what the big hype is about this, fucking powerhouse of anime.
I really did too.
So I'm excited. I'm going to keep watching it. Yeah, it's also the thing that the fucking Magical Girl show did, where like it ends at a very like pivotal moment, like to be continued.
Yeah,
this one ends right before we see the other half of like the militia that they're fighting. Like the guy who's commanding an attack is like, oh, it's in the bag, whatever, we got it. And then he goes, wait, something's going on. Oh no, and he's just like, can it be? And then it's just like, okay, it's when you cut to the other thing and like you see the other commander and be like, all right guys, I got it, don't worry about it. And we didn't see any of that, so it's like fucking 2-part. But yeah, I'm gonna keep watching this. But just on the merit of it, me hearing it's an amazing story to be told, so that's why I'm watching it.
Sure,
I think it looks pretty good too, in my opinion.
It does look pretty good, but it also doesn't have much animation other than the space battles.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the story. That's what I want to see what this story is. But
my problem is they showed us a bunch of characters. But didn't show us why we should care about any of them. For
sure.
The heroes are clearly Space Germany.
Yeah, Space Germany, yeah.
But like, I can't relate in any way to any character. There was no point where I was compelled to like be like, oh yeah, they're doing it. They're doing the cool thing.
Yeah.
Even though like it has some tactics, it has some like outsmarting each other. It just didn't grab me at any point, which I was fucking bummed because it is this space opera from the 80s and like I wanted to see it, but I wasn't convinced to watch more.
I'm gonna give it. I
want you to keep me up to date with it.
I'll give it a fair shake. I'm gonna see what it is, and especially like I said with the dub coming out, like makes it a lot easier on me because if it's boring, if it's like there's a lot of talking, at least I'm gonna be like, oh, I'll read through all this talking because it's gonna this can be one of the show where it's gonna be heavy dialogue.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Fucking the politics of war and whatnot. Anyways, but yeah.
Which, that is very interesting. I just didn't get enough there for me to care about it.
So give it a shot if you're interested in seeing that kind of show. If you want action-packed, fucking nonstop, funs and lulls, this is not it. Go somewhere. Yeah,
there's another show.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll figure out that show in a minute.
Go watch My Hero Academia.
All right, so the next show we're talking about is Gundam Build Divers, made by Sunrise, and it's an original show. I would have watched this every fucking week.
Crazy,
oh my god, are you kidding me?
Next time on Gundam
I was
Build
so
Divers.
fucking hyped as an adult. I'm like, whoa, that was rad.
So in this world, kids buy Gundams and they create the models and then they can like load them into fucking what was it called when Skyrim did it? It was like a
Skyrim
Nintendo did it for a bit and it was the amiibos, right? But before that, Skyrim did it too, where like they would be like this not Skyrim, sorry, Spiral and those guys.
Oh, Skylanders.
It reminded me of the Skylanders thing. So you load up your Gundam and then you fucking go to fucking Sword Art Online. It's Ready Player One and you're fucking fighting in this Gundam and it looked rad. It's like a kid's dream, Like, wait, hold on. It's like going to fucking toy store and buying your favorite toy and be like, cool, loading it into the game and playing. Super cool. I don't know. I'm kind of torn because I kind of want to watch more of this, but I'm just like, it's also kind of
fighting was kind of cool.
Yeah, the fighting scenes are dope. I just kind of don't like the fact that he was like it also kind of felt really hardcore for like a commercial for like buying.
It did.
It's like, hey, like, isn't it super fun to put the pieces together? It's fucking horrible putting them. So much work.
I hate that shit.
They're like, oh, you can customize it and paint it and do it. It's like, oh my god, can't we just have it bought already?
So my initial impression with the show was like, all right, I'm going into it. It's a kid's show, very, very clearly from the start. But then as soon as like they kind of get into their chairs and whatnot, it brought back this nostalgic feeling. Like, have you ever been to a video game like arcade? A PlayStation, Xbox style arcade?
Where what do you mean? Like where like you sit down and they have like a bunch of games loaded into the system or something like that?
Yeah, stuff like that, yeah. So we used to have one in town and it fucking brought me right back to that, even though it was like you could have it at home. This is like a very specific, you have to go to these special places type
like
thing.
These fucking, it's like military grade fucking diving rigs. You're just like, you guys want to? She has like these toys like, you guys ready to dive in or whatever? It's like, oh my god, it's like
that's badass.
I want crazy.
It felt like it was Disneyland in a way where it's like this is its own world and everyone's doing their part to make it feel even more real.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Like the building was dedicated to just this specific these Gundam battle things. Like it's kind of, and it was like, oh yeah, and like there's people just walking the halls and people. There's just so many models. I was like, wow, look how fucking big this is. Like this is
so
huge.
Cool.
And then they do go to the ports and they have like 6 places and like I'm like, why isn't there fucking line out the door for these things?
Like, you know what? We're only interested in the models. We don't like playing video games.
If that were
we're
a real thing,
that.
I'd be like, cool, man. Done with school. Like, what do you? I'm gonna go to the arcade and log in for 12 hours.
And then I don't know, maybe die from Korean leg disease.
Got my adult diaper on, and I got a fucking Mountain Dew. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, this is an interesting show. I think it's great for kids. I think kids would fucking eat this shit up.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I said, I'm kind of torn whether I should keep watching it because it is more childish. I can't imagine there being too much like character development in it. Or
they've got a very simple plot going on, but like. Then I look back and I'm like, so did Digimon, and like I loved that shit.
Absolutely.
So like kids would absolutely love this.
But one thing for sure, there's really cool battles, really cool mechs, and I'm not the hugest fan of mechs. I was like, oh cool, but these mechs are just fighting. I was like, yeah, okay, dope.
It feels fine. Yeah, and they have enough of the people interaction and stuff too for it to not feel like it's just robots fighting robots.
I also like how competent our main character is. It's not just like, obviously this is his first time playing in one of these things, but it was just like, cool, it's like a video game. You just kind of hit the buttons and figure it out. It's not like, there's no one there being like, the way you do this attack move is you got to pull, like, it's like, oh, like, come on, man. We know how this works, So yeah, good show in my opinion.
Yeah, lots of little things. Like one of the best players out there is kind of helping people get away from those people that'll scam you.
Yeah.
So it's also got that realistic online aspect to it where there are going to be people that try to fuck you over and there are just going to be some nice people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this show. I'm not going to continue watching it because I know that it's not for me, but all the things that it did made me feel pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Good show.
Yeah. Good times. All right. Next up, we're going to talk about Fist of the Blue Sky Regenesis, made by Polygon Picture. It's based off of a manga.
Did you watch this one?
Hell yeah, I watched this one.
Oh, I didn't know if you were going to, because I remember you saying you weren't doing sequels or prequels and stuff.
Yeah, so I tried to look everything up about each sequel and whatnot and see if it was worth watching or what's going on. And for this, the consensus was you don't need to watch Fist of the North Star.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You don't need to watch
the movie before it.
Yeah, you don't need to watch anything. You don't need to watch the prequel series or any of that. So yeah, Fist of the Blue Sky Regenesis.
Yeah,
it's made by Polygon Pictures, which time and time again I have outwardly said, yo, fuck Polygon Pictures.
You got it tatted on your chest. I've seen it.
Yeah, man. It's I do not like this studio. All of their animation makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, so this guy's neck is the size of a tree trunk. It's bigger than his head.
So just
which
imagine,
is like a normal thing for this universe.
For sure. So in this world, what was I gonna say? So all the people, it's 3D. It's 3D animation, right?
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, who's going to be a main character in the show, or who's going to have some sort of fighting role or speaking role, because they look like Street Fighter characters. They're just yoked out the fucking ass. They're wearing suits that don't make any sense. How do you fit that on? And they just it reminds me of just like all those loading animations, those idle animations when you see in a fighting game. You're like, it's just like really, it
feels clunky.
It's gross feeling, you know, and like it doesn't match the background, you know. I really wanted this to be cool because I like the idea of fucking Fist of the North Star or whatever, you know. And so this guy is a 60-second holder user of the fighting style, which is like essentially using, I think it's chi points is what it is. It's supposed to be. Essentially what he does is poke you and your head blows up, which is fucking dope.
Yeah.
And he's a 60-second user. And then the one that, you know, the main, like I said, it's a prequel to this, was it Fist of the North Star, right? That guy is a 64th user. So there's only 2 users away from this being there. It's like, oh, this is cool. Don't need to know anything about it, but it doesn't look right. I wish this was like 2D animation and I would have enjoyed it more. One thing they did get right was the effect where people's heads blow up, you know, because I've seen the old school from the original one. It's like, oh, that's fucking dope. I do like that. Not a good show.
It did not do any of the right things.
No, it was fucking, it looked bad. It looked horrible.
Yeah. Don't watch it. Don't watch it.
Fuck Polygon Pictures.
Yeah, it's not even like I don't know, check it out, see if it's for you. It's like, just don't.
It's bad.
You know how people fucking bitch nonstop about the new Berserk and how like bad that animation
worse than that.
Yeah, this is way worse than that. It's
so bad.
So, another show about space. This is the one that you should watch if you're looking for something different than the Legend of the Galactic's Heroes. Space Battleship Tiramisu, made by Gonzo. It's based off of a web manga. How do you feel about this?
I love this show.
It had me so quickly.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
So it's super serious. It's a short one too. 8 minutes long. 8 minutes long, right? So we meet the guy. He's like he's a pilot in this this fucking mech. And this intro's all dope or whatever. He's like, it's super serious. Like, are you ready to go out there? You're a fucking ace pilot, man. You got to fucking kill it. Launching in 180 seconds. All right. He's like, oh man, I got it. And he's like, that's enough time to eat my fucking, what is it, like a pork cutlet or something like that. And
he's just eating like a breaded shrimp or something.
And it's just hilarious because like so it's super serious, and then just wackiness ensues. Like all the breaded shrimp, breaded fucking pork, and then the the cabbage starts floating everywhere. He's freaking out because like he's gonna get oil over everything. And then it's like a 2-part. So in the second part, like he's in the shower.
I fucking lost it on this one. This one's hilarious.
He's in the shower and somebody comes up to him and he like covers his chest or whatever, and he's just like,
he doesn't want people to see his weird nipples.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, they call him to the battle brig or whatever, and he puts a shirt on and goes, and then he realizes he's like fighting. He's like, oh, my breathing's all off.
Hey, what's my oxygen level?
They're like 80%, man. You're fine. He's like, oh, I don't know what's wrong. I just don't. And then like he unbuttons his shirt. He's like, oh, his undershirt is backwards. He's like, oh my god, it's hurting my throat. I can't do it.
I was so flustered from the guy almost seeing my nipples that I put on my shirt backwards
and inside out.
And so it was hilarious.
He ends up ripping his shirt off and just getting completely naked and going berserk. And then he's just like, and he like the end of that episode, like he's flying, was like, and that's when he lost his favorite shirt. It's just floating in space. This show is fucking hilarious.
It's really great.
I like this show.
It's so short. It's really easy to just jump in and watch. I had a great time with the first episode.
Yeah.
And it starts out and you're like, all right, Space Battleship Tiramisu. That's some weird fucking Japanese name. And it's all serious. And you're like, man, Japan's so weird. And then it gets funny and you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah. Like, it's weird because the show is weird. Good job.
Good job. I'm really I want to keep watching this.
I want to watch more of that for sure. All right, next up, we're talking about Kakuryou, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits, made by Gonzo as well. It's based off of a novel.
This is about a girl who her grandfather made a fucking deal with the king of ogres. Essentially, he's like, yeah, if I don't pay my debt back, you gotta keep my granddaughter. So he wants to marry granddaughter. Granddaughter's like, nah, I ain't feeling it. So now she lives in a bed and breakfast, and she's opening up a restaurant. I think this show's pretty shitty.
I didn't really care for it because there's there are other shows about
yokais
and whatnot, and this one's not.
This one's pretty shit. I know there's people out there for the show.
Yeah,
people would eat the shit up.
It felt kind of rapey. It was like an even rapier Ancient Magus Bride.
Yeah, where it's like you belong to me, and and we, it's like, if I can't get out of here, it's like, this is fucking upsetting.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about it just felt really, really uncomfortable to me.
Not good. Bad show.
Yeah, bad show. But there is a guy who his whole thing is he keeps trying out these different little professions and whatnot. He wants to get good, and he made a restaurant, but nobody went to it, and then he turns out to be this amazing cook. So like, it's got cool elements. Of that. That might turn out
little
good.
bits of it, like
that same character. He changes forms like all the time.
He's a nine-tailed spirit, so he has like 9 forms, and like he's like I'm a little kid form, or I'll be an adult form, or like a sexy girl form, and he's like or I'll just be like a little chibi animal. I was like, oh, it's cute.
It's kind of fun,
but not enough to watch. It's not fun enough to watch an entire show.
He was the character I liked out of the like 30 characters or whatever.
Let's get that guy. Let's put him in My Hero.
Hell yeah! All right, next up, Dances with the Dragons, made by 7 Arcs Pictures. It's based off of a light novel. I liked certain parts of this. I want to see more because I really like some of the things they did. But it's kind of lackluster.
I honestly couldn't tell you what the show's about because I was lost the whole time. It's like they're fighting monsters, and it's like they also get like really big weapons, and they're using magic. I think it's also kind of present day, or I don't know. I didn't think the show looked that great either, in my opinion.
Sure,
this show was not for me, and I couldn't be bothered trying to understand what was happening.
All good. The reason I want to watch more is because they did some pretty cool stuff with magic that I really appreciated. To where like, you know, they're casting spells or whatever, and it brings up this like big ol' Ingram thing, and it shoots a fireball out of that, and then they're fighting with swords, and it does the same kind of magic shit. But my favorite part about it was dragons don't breathe fire; they cast a fire spell.
That's pretty cool
from their like snout.
Yeah,
that was really fucking rad to me.
I didn't think it was cool that the guys had a weapon. It was like a big sword and a gun kind of combo.
Yeah.
And he pulled the trigger, as opposed to like a beam coming out, it just made him stronger. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's pretty dope.
The things that happen in the show are all cool things, but the characters kind of suck. The animation's not as good as it should be. It's not the most pristine
thing, yeah.
There wasn't much of a story to be desired from this.
Yeah, like obviously there's like 2 characters and they obviously work together, but they're not like, it's kind of like the buddy cop thing where it's like one guy's rough and tumble and the other one's by the books or whatever. But that wasn't played up enough, and there wasn't any real explanation for it. So you're just kind of like, I guess they maybe they're friends. I don't know.
So I watched 1 episode of this so far. I'm definitely going to watch a second one. I'll update you on how I feel about it after that.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I really like some ideas. I really fucking like a lot of ideas from this show, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like the show. I probably won't watch it. You can let me know if it gets amazing, but I don't know. It's not for me.
And it was kind of weird because all of these shows that we've talked about, we've pretty much been like, nope, not for me. Nope, not for me. Or like, oh, it would be great if I was a kid, you know, stuff like that. Yeah,
so far we haven't got one where it's like, this is the first, except for fucking the space.
The Space Battle Tiramisu.
Which is like, that's for me, without a doubt.
Oh, absolutely. But that's a whole different thing where it's like a short form comedy.
Yeah, it's a bummer that it's not a full length thing. Because we're like, damn, like, I'm going to enjoy this for all of 7 or 8 minutes.
It would be fun if it had like a plot going on. So, I don't know. But
it reminds me of like a Space Dandy kind of esque thing.
Yeah,
but not because it's like, oh, it's short. Anyways, so far I'm not super impressed with this season. We're still working on it though. We're getting there.
And we're getting there with this next show. I don't remember if we've talked about this yet, but I feel very strongly about this. I've watched 3 episodes of it so far. Megalobox, made by TMS Entertainment. It's an original show.
I've caught 2 of them. I haven't seen the 3rd one. But yeah, I like this show. I really, really, really like the way it looks. That's what caught me right off the bat. Because I fell asleep halfway through the first episode.
That's fair, yeah. So this is an old school, like 90s anime looking show.
Yeah.
But it also looks really clean and new at the same time. It feels fresh, but it feels comfortable and familiar.
We meet our main character. His name is Junk Dog, right?
Yeah.
And he's a boxer, but he's in this world or wherever we're at. They box, but they put like these like exoskeleton things on these rigs that like that are mechanical. So they fucking beat the shit each other. You know?
In a way, it kind of feels like the video game ARMS.
Yeah, exactly. Nintendo. Yeah, someone said it reminds them of other video games too. Someone said it's like the real steel, but not shit.
It's the whole concept of it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, so it looks really cool, and the fights are really clean. Our main character, there's a new fucking tournament for the new champion and whatever, new league, and like anybody can come, and he's not a citizen, which I don't know what that means yet. Which is good because I apparently
it's got a
it has
a great world. Yeah,
there's a world that I don't know much about, but there's for sure a world there. Things are thought out, and I can't wait to learn about it. Like, I love the fact that he's like an underground fighter, and he ends up fighting the world champion. Yeah. Like, he comes and sees him, and he's just like,
his whole deal is the main character. He throws games to make money.
Yeah.
So he'll throw like every match that he's in.
Yeah.
And then,
but he's a good fighter. Without a doubt.
He's a great fighter. So he goes off and he rides on his motorcycle and whatnot, and he runs into like the best fighter ever, and he's like, "Fuck you! You don't know real fighting.
Yeah,
fuck you."
They're about to throw down, and they're like, and fucking his handler's like, "Hey, knock it off." And he's just like, meh, like gives him the dirty eye and walks away. And he comes and sees him in the fucking, I love when he comes sees him in the ring. He's super excited to fight the fucking champion. And there people are like, "Oh my God, it's no way. It's whatever his fucking name is." And his manager's just like, "Yeah, we're not going to do this fight because this guy's going to kill you and it's not worth it." And Junk Dog just punches him. He's like, "Fuck you, old man. Like, I'm tired of throwing fights. We've talked about this. You said I got it. It's time to prove it." And I really like this show.
Yeah.
I don't like the intro.
See, there are parts of the intro that I like.
Yeah.
But overall, I don't either.
I don't like the intro. That's one thing I just can't get over. But
the outro, I fucking love. Good, yeah. Oh, man. The song's all hype, and it's like a pretty chill outro. Yeah.
Intro, not a fan of. Great animation. I'm super stoked to see way more of this. Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be one of those shows that it's like, how did this come out this year? Mm-hmm. This was... Because it doesn't feel like it's ahead of its time in any way. It feels like it's from another time with modern conventions.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a good time to have something like this.
Yeah, it's really refreshing. Yeah. In like the weirdest way.
For sure, not reinventing the wheel, but for sure, like an upgrade.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a wheel, and there's a wheel inside of it.
Oh shit! Double wheel. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about Comic Girls, made by Nexus, based off of a 4-koma manga. I don't remember if we've talked about this on the show or not.
You and I talked about it, not on the show though.
I'm excited to see if this show stays funny because I had a pretty good time with it overall. I don't know if it's because after I'd watched a bunch of garbage and then I watched a few ones that were like
kind of okay.
Yeah. This one really caught my attention at the time, so I'm excited to see more of it. Essentially, it's about this girl she's a manga artist and she just can't land any deals with any publishers. Nobody wants to take her stuff. Mm-hmm. So in order to like kind of train more and get better at writing manga and drawing and everything, she goes to live in this like special manga house with other girls that are also manga artists that are trying to get serialized mangas. She's a little kid looking motherfucker, and as soon as she gets there, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, like
we don't accept grade schoolers."
Yeah, we're not supposed to have little kids here. So
she's like, I'm a first year in high school.
She cries all the fucking time.
Yeah, she does,
which is it's pretty funny to me.
Yeah, a little endearing.
Yeah, and then we get to meet the other characters. So you have her roommate essentially because they share a room. Who she eats sweets all the time. She's always got like shit on her face, and she writes these amazing shoujo mangas. Yeah. So they have these stories that are gripping and these characters that are great, but she can't draw the dudes for shit.
Yeah, they look really bad.
Oh my God. It fucking cracked me up as soon as we saw the dude. Looks terrible. So nobody wants to get her shit. So that's why she's there. She's trying to like
improve her drawing skills when it comes to drawing men specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then we get to meet the other two characters who are actually good manga artists. One of them is a shonen artist, and she just writes these really intense like shonen manga things. She gets like really into her characters as she's going through and drawing and everything, and she starts dressing up as the characters for like more inspiration. But she's trying to meet a certain deadline, so she's like having everyone help her out with all of her work. And at some point, like after she's like, "Oh, you have to have the passion," she's acting like her character. Then she like starts taking off the character thing. She's like, "It's holding me back." And it's like, "Weren't you putting it on so that you would be better?" Just a second ago.
She's way funny. Out there. Yeah,
she's pretty wacky. And then our last one is also a serialized manga artist, and she makes porn. She is a hentai manga artist. And she started out just not really being successful at manga. People were like, "Man, you're really good at drawing." And like,
but your stories are crap. Yeah.
You just kind of aren't having it. Have you thought about doing porn? And she's like, "No, not really." And like, okay, well, you should do that. So she tried it out, and it was incredibly successful. People wrote to her and like, oh man, you changed my life, like all this stuff. And so she has these fans that absolutely love her. So now she does porn.
Yeah, and she just always has dirty thoughts now. Like anything that's innocent will turn dirty. And she's like, oh, I can't.
She doesn't like thinking this way. She's just doing it because she wants other people to be happy. Yeah. Essentially, the
show wasn't for me. It was interesting. I don't think it was that. I didn't have me laughing too much. Be like, oh, it's hilarious. But I mean, I get this could be a show for other people. Sierra seems to like it a lot. It reminds her of that show New Game because it's a group of girls creating things, and she wants to see more of it. I know you enjoyed it.
I want to watch the next episode. Yeah. I hope it's good.
Yeah, not for me. I'd pass. Yeah,
totally understandable. Next up, we're going to talk about My Sweet Tyrant, made by the Umeta company. It's based off of a manga.
Yeah. So
little tiny bitty
this
show,
short, right? Yeah, this one's short. And the joke of this one is that there's a couple and they're dating, and they seem to really like each other, except that he treats her like shit all the time. Like he just says mean things like "Go away, you're ugly, fat."
Yeah,
go away.
He like negs her.
Yeah, he negs her all the time. But then like behind her back, he'll be like taking pictures of her. He's like, "Oh, she's so cute, she's so adorable," and then she just like deals with this stuff because she's dumb, and that's the joke.
Like in love with him. Yeah, or something.
I think the show looks good. I think the animation's pretty good and the style's pretty, whatever, for this type of show.
Did you laugh?
I think I laughed once.
Did you like the characters?
Not really, no.
Yeah, I didn't have anything going for me in this.
No, not for me. Well, yeah, whatever. You know, there's worse shows out there to watch. So
yeah, I don't know.
I just think the joke would get stale pretty soon. Like it's just like, what's the joke? The joke is she's dumb and that he's mean to her, but he really loves her. And it's like, oh, okay.
And it's short, so it's, I don't know, just the whole thing.
No,
I don't
pass.
know. Pass. Next up, we're going to talk about Gurazini Money Pitch, made by Studio Dean. It's based off of a manga. What do you think of this?
I actually kind of like this show.
I had a feeling that you would. I liked parts of it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's for me.
Yeah, no.
So you have a go at this show.
So it's about a guy who's a relief pitcher in baseball. He specifically pitches for left-handed pitchers. He's a left-handed pitcher. He pitches for left-handed hitters because in baseball that is a disadvantage. The way he throws the ball is hard for someone that hits left-handed, or whatever. Yeah. That's the thing. So because he only plays a few times in a game, he gets paid he gets a smaller salary. It's like 18 million. He likes to bring it up, which I don't know how much that is in, fucking Japanese money, but apparently it's not too much to make a living off of, to survive after retiring baseball.
Yeah.
So his goal is to become a starter to get more money, and he loves talking about the fact that he needs to make money. He knows everybody's like how much their salary is and their stats are. That's kind of the gist of the show. He's really good at this, the whole numbering system. He loves to be like, oh, so and so player, 42.2 million signing bonus. Like he just knows. There's something about the character I like. The fact that he's in it to he's in it for for his longevity. Essentially, he's like he knows he's pretty old. He doesn't have a lot of time left in baseball. He needs to make as much money as he can, so when he's done with baseball, he can support himself, his future family, and have a easier lifestyle or whatever. And yeah, there's something I like about that. It's just a really simple concept. And I like the show. And I'm not a big fan of baseball, but I like baseball animes because there's another baseball anime in the show this season that I like even more than this one.
Yeah, I agree that way. Yeah,
but I don't. I might keep watching it. I don't think I have to, but I did enjoy the show. I was entertained.
It looks extra cartoony too. The colors really pop.
Yeah, it reminds me of older anime, and not like older like good anime, like like that fucking Cowboy Bebop. It's like older, like really round, really solid colors, really, and like okay, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah. All right, next up, we're going to talk about Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online, made by Studio 3 Hertz, based off of a light novel. Now, I watched this, and I had a pretty good time with it. Because I've got a weird relationship with Sword Art.
Yeah, you love this, arc 2 of the first season, just like everybody else.
Exactly, yeah. I love the, slime rape or whatever fucking happens there.
I don't know.
A snail comes in and is trying to goo on her. You don't remember that?
What are you watching?
Sword Art Online Arc 2. the like fucking fairy verse one.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, you remember that weird fucking
kind of
gross
blank. I don't want to talk about it.
It sucked. It sucked.
What Trip's trying to say is like he liked Sword Art Online a lot, and then he didn't like it a lot.
Yeah, and then I came back around season 2. I was like, oh, okay, cool, but also maybe we can make it like less long because it's kind of boring when you don't have anything going on.
I get it. You got fucking Death Gun over here. Come on now, hurry it up.
Yeah. Anyways, I gave up with Sword Art, but I'm back, baby. Because I like this show. Mm-hmm. How'd you feel? I liked it a lot too. I thought it was super fun. After watching Ready Player One, I was like, oh, cool. It's the whole, VR, immerse yourself in the thing. It's our character's this little bunny chick. At first, I didn't like her because she says some stupid fucking shit. She gets dropped in a forest area, and then she's like, "Oh no, we're in a forest area." And she goes like, "Oh," and he goes, "That's an issue." And then she says something like, "Oh, it's an issue because I stand out because I'm bright pink, and because you can't use your sniping skills to a partner." I was like, "Bitch, you're gonna always stand out. Yeah, you're always bright pink." And I was like. But I liked it. It was super fun. The whole the tactic part of it is like it made you feel like pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe like think of like battle royale or like these battle royale games that are coming out like Fortnite or PUBG or whatever. Yeah. And it was cool that she's super fast and she's like super tiny. She's like a little itty bitty girl and like she has her fucking her gun and she's blasting up fools and they're playing a bunch of professionals professionals, people who like actually use guns in the real world.
Yeah, they're playing against a SWAT team so they can practice their like tactics. Yeah, essentially.
which is super cool. And then like the end of the episode comes up and we see who the fucking girl is and she's like a total babe. She's
a teacher.
She's like a hot teacher. Yeah. And she's like, hey, she's like, oh, I can't believe you're like one of the top ranked Gun Gale Online players. Like, oh, cool. I like this show.
I liked it a lot. I'm excited to see what else comes because I was pretty excited. I was hyped through the whole thing. And since this is an alternative story, I don't know if they're going to get as intense as they normally do for Sword Art Online type stuff. But I don't really care either way because I had a really fun time and I'm happy just seeing more matches and seeing things get more difficult and seeing her lose. I want to see more of that.
I kind of also like the fact that I don't know if we're going to see Kirito. I kind of hope we don't.
I really hope that we don't.
I do like him as a character, but I'd be nice to not have to be like, it's Kirito. He's the fucking chosen one. And I like the fact that...
How would you feel if you saw, like, Shinon?
Oh, I'd be really happy because I love her a lot.
Yeah, she's great. Because glad that we're just like, you know what? Fuck Kirito. Like,
but what I'm saying is like I kind of want to because it would make sense to see her because she's in the Gun Gale universe.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would like to avoid anybody from season 1, just completely because I don't think their character would be like, let's go play Gun Gale, because they'd be like, let's go play this other game because we're more
the fairy game and whatnot,
which is fine, good for them. But yeah, I really hope that this keeps being good.
Yeah, me too. After I had watched it, I didn't think too much about it. I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm going to watch that. Like, I'm curious to see what's going on, but I wasn't like excited about seeing it. And then when I saw the studio, everything kind of made a lot of sense. Studio 3 Hertz made Flip Flappers, but it more so reminds me of Princess Principal in a lot of ways. A lot of the action sequences felt pretty similar.
Is that who's doing
kind
this?
of the character? Yeah, the character design felt very similar too.
It looks good. You know what?
Yeah, it was great.
I never would have guessed it was a different studio. I just because they look so nice.
Exactly.
Like, because I don't know who did the original Sword Art Online, but I was like, you know what?
A1, I think.
I was like, you know what? Solid artwork on both sides.
It was either A1 or PA. I don't know.
Point is, it's going to be. Hopefully, it's going to be a good show.
Yeah. So. Pretty surprising to me to find out it's made by a different studio, but also that gave me more hope because it's made by a different studio. So they clearly got a different team going on.
You got hope in there?
Yeah, I got some hope, bud.
Some hope in that heart?
Yeah, I got some hope in that heart.
You take care of that hope.
Okay, I will. When we talk about You Don't Know Gunma Yet, which just squashed all hope that I had for this season of anime. It's made by Asahi Production, and it's, Asahi Production, that's the, made by Aaron. It's also web manga or some shit.
This show sucks.
It sucked. Nothing happened. Nothing at all happened.
I almost thought the show was so bad that Kyle should review this one because it's just so horrible. There's nothing to it.
I totally see where you're coming from.
Gunma is apparently like some sort of prefect in Japan, right? Yeah. And apparently it's super weird. And I could think if maybe we were Japanese, we were like,
it could have been funny to us.
For us, but you're like, fucking this guy's from Gunma or whatever, but I'm like, for me, it totally lost on me.
Right? I'm like, because in the United States, I don't think there's anywhere that we would like make fun of, like, Bama, this motherfucker's from the Bronx.
Fucking Bama, dog. Shit. Like, Alabama, what a joke. Bama, you suck.
Yeah, it doesn't really happen. Yeah. No,
but I think maybe in big cities, like I was in San Francisco, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
I was like, Jerome, where are we? He's like, oh, this is a Tenderloin. I was just like, is that the name? Is like a nickname or just like he's like, no, that's the name of the district. I was like, well, there's a lot of crackheads and homeless people. He was like, oh yeah, this place is horrible. I was like, oh, what are we doing here? So there, it is a thing. I'm sure that there Gunma might be weird to other people, but for us as Americans, it just totally lost us.
I didn't get it.
So yeah, no good.
I don't have like anything to say. Major Second, we're going to talk about that show. This is the second baseball show. It's made by NHK Enterprises, based off of a manga. Yeah. So Major Second, what do you think? So
I liked it. I did a little bit of research into it. It turns out the Major Second is kind of like a continuation or sequel to an older anime manga series called Major about, and it was pretty cool because it followed a little kid from being a kindergartner to being an adult, and his whole goal was to become a professional baseball player. So you see this whole kid's life play out in the mangas and in the anime. They do adaptations where like he's growing up, he becomes a baseball player, he wins a World Series, he lives his dream. And now it's his son, and he wants to live up to his dad's, reputation. He loves baseball. And I was like, oh, cool. So, it's fucking Boruto's dad, all over again, whatever. And so I'm watching it and I'm enjoying it. And he goes to his first baseball tryouts or practice or whatever. And he's fucking shithouse. He's so bad. And he gives up.
His sister's really good.
Yeah. And he's trash. He gives up. And then, time passes. I think 2 years pass, and then he gets he meets a new transfer student who is the son of his dad's best friend, who in the Major series was his rival, and then became his best friend, and then they played baseball together. And he's just like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "My dad's more famous than your dad," and I was like, "Oh, cool, rivalry. There's gonna be some camaraderie here. They're gonna come together. They're gonna go back to baseball." I really liked it. It felt really wholesome. It felt really like it felt really nice and I don't know. Sometimes you just need something that's not like super dark, in my opinion. And I like the show.
This is like there are those cozy shows that you find every season, mostly like Laid Back Camp was last season's cozy show. This is like a shonen version of a cozy show.
It's a cozy show for Juan. It's like, hold on. It's cozy, but it's a man because it's sports and I'm a man, or whatever. So I'm going to keep watching this because I enjoy it. I honestly do.
Yeah, it seemed okay. But not a show for me.
For sure not like amazing. And it's not
No. It's charming.
Yeah, I think it's really charming, yeah.
Next up, we're going to talk about Hinamatsuri, made by Feel.
Yeah.
And it's based off of a manga.
This show is super charming.
You think this might be the new best show of the season? Like new show. I'm not talking about continuation.
Or sequels. Yeah, man, this show's fucking great.
I've seen one episode so far. I'm so excited about the next couple.
So this show, I don't know if you told me if we talked about it on the show, but you're like, you gotta watch it. And so like, okay, I'll watch it. Whatever, fucking nerd. You got an anime podcast. This show's about a chick who has psychic powers. Who ends up being like
she somehow teleports
to the world of Japan or whatever, and she ends up being like in the custody or the person that takes care of her is a Yakuza member.
Yep. And
it's just like, okay, here we go. And she's really kind of monotone, and she's like, yeah, I guess whatever, And but I guess we don't know where she comes from, which is super interesting to me.
Yeah.
And wherever she's from, she has a different role in the world, and she gets to learn to be kind of like a child. And this Yakuza guy is doing his best job to like take care of her. But if anything, like she takes care of him. She's like, oh man, you got to go kill all these guys. I'll kill him for you. Don't worry about it.
She's like, yeah, man, you don't have to worry about it. I'll take care of you.
He's like, what? He's like, no, don't do it. It's like, it's cool, man. I asked you if you wanted me to kill them. You said no, it was your job. And it made me happy because you didn't, command me to do something. It's my choice. I'm choosing to kill all these people.
And she just fucking goes in this building and blows the whole place up, essentially. And she comes out and she's like, all right, we're done.
Yeah,
let's
later.
Go. Peace.
And, she's in this pod, like she lands in his living room from like a fucking Terminator-esque portal, lightning, and she just falls from the sky, and she's this weird pod beam thing, and she's like, hey, what's up, and he's just like, I'm gonna ignore this didn't happen. Goes to bed, wakes up the next day, and she's like, hey, you, let me out of this thing, flip me over, flips him over, there's a big old red button, he's just out, and she's like, what's up? This show's great.
It was so much fun.
I started reading the manga. First chapter, fucking almost beat for beat, the same thing.
Nice.
The artwork's not as good as the manga, obviously. It's definitely more, it's a stylized or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think the show has a lot of potential. I've only seen the first episode, so hopefully it keeps getting better.
I saw people posting GIFs from the second episode of a face she makes, so I'm really excited. Essentially, we're going to see more psychic people come along,
cool.
and I'm excited.
Yeah, this is fun. This is a really fun show.
Yeah, this is like a alternative Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah.
In a way. I don't know. All right, cool. We're going to talk about Persona 5, the animation made by A1 Pictures. It's based off of the game Persona 5.
The fuck we are going to talk about this. I've never played a Persona game, so I sat down and I felt like I was really out of my depths and I didn't understand anything.
Well, the good news is pretty much the first episode was a cutscene from the game, which is a long-ass anime cutscene with a little bit of gameplay, which is just you walking somewhere and then talking to people.
I don't think the show's for me.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I've seen a couple hours of the game, and in the first episode, it condensed some of it, so that's pretty cool. This show is for people that don't have enough time to play the game, but are like really into the whole idea of Persona. Persona is kind of like a Pokemon game, in that it's a strategy, and you need to like choose your certain moves, which are more powerful against certain kinds of personas or whatever the hell. I don't know. Long story short, it looks good. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
The voice acting's good. The music's good. It's just like the game, but better looking. I think the animation was like better in the TV show. I don't know if they like ripped it, but it felt better for whatever reason. I genuinely do not know how to kind of explain this in a way that would make people understand that it's good, but I haven't like almost no interest in it. They just did a good job. I don't think Persona's for me, which fucking sucks, because you know me, I'm a big fucking weeb who loves video games.
You're the worst.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I just
Kyle wants to see more. I don't care.
I didn't like the show. I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, that's
simple
fair.
as that. You know,
I might see another episode and judge off of that, because the beginning of it is just like a pretty long setup. I kind of want to see when it gets into the personas and the animation and whatnot for the fights. I want to see what goes on. But Okay. Caligula. Hey, Caligula. It's made by Satellite. It's based off of a game. This is one that Juan doesn't remember because it was a fucking insane and it was not good.
This might be the one where I actually have to look up your note to see what Caligula was, because I think it might be the one I'm talking about. Some fucking weird magic shit happens and the school boys okay. Yeah, this one.
There's like a pompous like.
Yeah. This one's weird. Yeah, so.
Yeah. First off, did not like it.
I kind of liked it, is what it is.
Okay.
Which is weird, because I was like, okay, so the shows, is fucking, they're super gaudy looking. Like the way they're dressing, it's like imagine, like there's always that one preppy kid in school. It's like, oh, he's got nice clothes, he's got a polo, whatever.
Yeah.
Imagine going to school where everybody has is the preppy kid, and they're all super well dressed and they all got their style or whatever.
We all fuck boys now.
Yeah, so it's about this guy. He's like, oh, I'm reading psychology books or whatever, and he's like,
he's like super into philosophy.
Yeah, and
stuff.
some shit like that. And then this new fucking virtual artist drops her new album, the new song. I don't remember what her name was, but it was a symbol of something.
Yeah,
and
Mew.
People are like, oh man, they're loving it. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty good, whatever, no big deal. And then he starts like, there's glitches that'll happen, like the screen will shake, whatever. And he has these weird memories or visions and stuff. And people start acting super fucking weird, and people start freezing and fighting this one guy. And then at the fucking graduation ceremony, like, the president's like, hey guys, about to start a whole new world, fucking YOLO. And then the fucking space chick shows up, the fucking Mew chick shows up, and there's like all these speakers, and people start turning into monsters, and people start fucking killing each other, and it's this guy's a giant gun. I was like, what is this? What the fuck is this? And I want to see more of it. I don't know why.
You watch more. I'm like not even interested. I felt like it was like a schizophrenic episode. I don't know what was going on.
I'm curious. I'm just really curious to see what it is. There's a show that we're going to talk about in a bit that I think is way more absurd than this or whatever, in my opinion. But this was pretty absurd.
Yeah, pretty much at the end, I was like, okay, well, I wish that you made me care about it before this, because I don't give enough of a fuck to watch more.
They also ate ramen, which made me really happy.
Ramen's good.
No, okay, so there's a it just reminds me of like I don't know, like High School to Dead kind of thing, where it's just like, oh my god, everybody's in high school and they're fucking dying, you gotta run away. I was like, oh cool, is this? And then the guy shows up, he's a giant gun arm. I was like, oh, I was wrong. I don't know what this is anymore. Anyways, next show.
This is a show which I don't know fucking anything about. It's called Libra of Nil Admirari, made by Zero G, based off of a visual novel. I honestly don't know what the fuck happened with this.
Did you watch this one?
Yeah, I did watch this one. It was like a weird, faded kind of look for the whole show. It was like, I don't know. The color palette was weird. It was like a lot of browns and a lot of just like extra faded look.
Oh,
I don't know.
This is the
it's
book
like
one.
Fucked up watercolors.
This is the one that really had me confused.
Yeah. So essentially, what happened is, I'm gonna really, really summarize it.
Just butcher the fuck out of it.
Yeah, pretty much. So there's some weird magic shit going on, and the main character girl can apparently see when something is affected by magic. So there's this cursed tome that they fucking said so many times. It just kept being like, oh man, look at that cursed tome. Cursed tomes exist. Did you hear about cursed tomes? I'm like, yo, these tomes is cursed, yo. So she sees a book, it's glowing red, and she's like, oh fuck, that's a glowing red book. And they're like, this is a cursed tome. And she's like, what's a cursed tome? And they go over it for like ever. And then I don't really know, some like weird fucking demon magic starts happening, but then they like wrap it up because somebody else has magic to take care of it. And I think her brother was like dying or some shit. I hated it.
It's like there's like magic. This is what I gather from it. It's magic books. She can see magic. People are like, brother lights himself on fire. There's also like this agency that like, they're like librarians that hunt down things. And now she's going to join the agency because she's out of power. And this is fucking trash.
Yeah, I hated it.
Bad show.
I hated it.
I hated her. I hated the character development. It was just like, oh my God, why are you such garbage? You should be a little bit better than this. Horrible show.
It was, yeah. So let's talk about another show. Yep. Why don't we? We're going to talk a little bit about Yotsuoro Biori, which is made by Zex. I've never heard of this before, but it's got a bunch of letters, and it's based off of a manga. So this is the one about a girl who wants to go and do some work at a restaurant and just have a nice quiet time. And while that's happening, there are a bunch of pretty boys that all work at the restaurant, and they're doing their pretty boy thing. They've
make
got
desserts,
their own kinds of charms.
Yeah. This show was kind of nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty lackluster. It's like a reverse harem,
but not good.
And not good. There's an Italian man who cracked me up. He was the shining star of the episode, I think. Mm-hmm. He was just like a doofus in some ways, but he was also like, Spitali, I love Italy. Mm-hmm. You know?
I don't think the show is very good.
Nah.
Anyway.
It was kind of pretty, I guess. Yeah. I don't have a lot to say about it. They talked about like the special mochi.
Looks like good mochi. Good looking food.
Good looking food. Good looking out food. Next up, Crossing Time, made by Ekachi Epilka. Epilka. It's based off of a manga, and this is a good show for girls who are having trouble expressing their emotions of liking other girls.
I watched. That might not be an accurate thing, actually. Did you watch one episode or two?
One.
I watched two, and the reason I watched two is because they're short, and so the second one played through. First one was about that. It was about these, two girls that are at a fucking the crossing, like what's it called? Crossroads?
Yeah.
So when trains stop in Japan, the cross things go down or whatever, and people here in the United States, people usually drive a lot, right? Mm-hmm. Over there, they just wait for the crosswalk or whatever. Essentially, so it's just like a moment in time, kind of like this is just these little snippets of these, fucking interactions people have at this time. And one girl confesses her feelings for the other one. And the other one's like, oh man, he's like, don't worry about it. It's cool if you don't feel the same way. I just, you essentially made me tell you that I liked you. And now you know. So let's just meet here tomorrow and we'll cross the fucking railroad track again. It's going to be fun. That was that episode.
Yeah.
Second episode was a chick who was like thick as fuck, right? Fucking stacked, just waiting for the cross. And this little fucking Minetta looking motherfucker, tiny bald headed fucker was like behind her, and he's just like, oh my god, it's so and so from my school. Oh my gosh, she's like the fucking hottest chick in the world. Oh my god, I can't believe she's here. This is the best. Oh, just looking at her is so good. Oh, it's so amazing. And they kept showing just like shots of her or whatever. And there's a specific shot where it's like they're going up, and it's like her leggings or her stockings go up, but they pinch. So there's like this crease, you know? So it's like that there's a crease. So it's like thigh, a little bit of crease, and then the rest of so it's like, oh, look how thick this bitch is. Oh, she's the best. And then she notices he's there, and she's like, oh, hey, what's up? Because he's like, oh, I can never talk to her. She sees him. He's like, oh, hey, you're in my class. What's up, man? I know your name. Says his name. He's like, oh, your tie's crooked. Let me fix your tie. Fixes his tie. He's like, okay, cool. See you next time. And he's just like, oh my god, this is the best. And I was like, what happened? This was such a sweet thing last episode.
It was a charming little show. It was like about, a little junior high school love, and then it just turned into like
dirty.
This little horny boy.
So what I think a better description of it is, because I'm assuming it's going to still continue to be
other characters
or students of other characters that are students. I think it's a good small show that shows maybe topics like, sexuality and stuff like that, in little snippets of like crossing this walk or whatever, this fucking railroad track. And I think it's a good idea. I didn't not like the first episode.
Sure, yeah.
The second episode wasn't bad. It was just kind of a little weird and off-putting.
They're fine. They're fine.
Yeah.
I guess there's nothing really to say about it.
If there's a show it's like the short show I'm gonna watch, it's the space show. It's not gonna be the show. But yeah, so this is interesting. I think somebody's gonna for sure enjoy this show.
Yeah, I hope so. Let's talk about Golden Kamui, made by Geno Studio. It's based off of a manga. This show's not for me, first off, so I'm going to let you take the reins.
So the reason I didn't know about the show is because a buddy told me about the manga beforehand. So I already knew what it was like, and he told me all these cool things. It's super hyped up for me.
Sure.
After watching it, I do agree with your statements. The animation isn't that nice. The style isn't that great. The voice acting, there's a bunch of stuff that's wrong with it.
Yeah.
I like the show. I think it's pretty cool. The main character, the immortal Sugimoto, is this war veteran who, whenever shit pops off, he just refuses to die. Like his fight or flight instinct kicks in, and he just goes all out. And I'm super excited to see what continues from this. He fought a bear in the first episode. He killed it. He
killed two bears.
Killed two bears. Right? Yeah. So I'm interested to see the show. The show's about a guy who wants to do right by his buddy's wife, his dead buddy's wife, or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's gonna travel the world, and with the help of this Inuit chick, some like native Japanese Eskimo girl or whatever, kind of, and there's this treasure out there that somebody hid, and he's got to find the tattoos that people have on their bodies, and put them all together to find the fucking the treasure. And that's what his goal is. He's not going to skin everybody, from what I asked, because the first person he did skin, because the guy was dead, and he's like, well, I just can't carry a dead body with me. I asked my buddy, he's like, yeah, he from here on out he starts like just like tracing the maps or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, because he's not a total monster. Again, not opposed to killing though.
Right.
But yeah, I'm excited to see this show because of what's to come. But yeah, I get it not being for you, and like I said, it's not by any means bulletproof when it comes to animation or style.
Yeah, the story is interesting enough. But it's not enough for me to like continue watching it.
I'll keep watching it. And if it gets a lot better, I'll let you know.
Sweet.
But I can't promise anything. So
that's fair. One thing that I do want to talk about for the show is the animation, to where like they did some really interesting things that other shows haven't done before. They just put fucking fire, like actual footage of fire, over some logs.
Yeah.
To make like a fire in the anime.
Did it look like fire?
It looked like fire.
Boom, nailed it.
They did it. They did it.
How much money they saved on the budget?
Right?
They probably had a guy with like a lighter just like holding it. Like, hold it. It's getting hot though. Hold it.
It was so fucking weird. I was just like, what the fuck? It took me out for a second, but I'm like, whatever. That's a cool little thing that they're doing. That works. And the bear looked so shitty. It was a weird 3D bear.
Yeah, it was 3D. They should have gone 2D on that one. Yeah. But they're like, the budget. We spent so much money on that fire.
I don't really know, man. It was...
The second bear looked real shitty. The first bear was like, oh, that's a bear.
Yeah,
the second bear was really 3D animation, and it just didn't look good.
Felt weird.
Yeah, no, it's fine. All the things all the things I said that you were gonna say, totally justified.
Oh yeah,
I'm still excited for the show.
No, I'm glad that you are too, because this show, I wish it was better. I would be excited about it too. I don't know, so kind of a bummer. but it doesn't compare at all to Butler's X Battlers, made by Silverlink. It's an original show.
I don't think I saw this one.
Okay,
What's this one about?
They're a bunch of pretty boys. They're a bunch of pretty boys. One of them is a pretty boy, and then his best friend is another pretty boy who wears some pink. And I was like, ooh, liking that. And he's got these pink headphones. I'm like, ooh, this guy's kind of cool looking. I like pink a lot. Let's just put it that way. So I was down with that. Well, they get into like a big old butler magic fight because they're going to like a butler school or something like that. Yeah. So, anyways, they fucking do some magic punches with each other. It really,
didn't see that. Yeah.
No, yeah, it was not impressive. But I think my favorite thing about any of the shows that we watched was that there's an owl in this show. And instead of it making like a whoo or something like that, it was like, yeah.
Nice.
I was like, what?
That's what owls really sound like.
And it wasn't supposed to be a joke owl or anything. That was their owl sound. They're just like, yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Is the owl reoccurring?
I don't know. It was there for like a second. I feel like owls are going to be around because it's like a weird magic school. And I don't know, man. Don't fucking watch this. It was a weird time and it was not good.
I will not watch it.
I put this one along the same lines of Libra of Nil Admirai.
Yeah, just fucking horrible.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to talk about Steins Gate Zero.
Yeah.
Made by White Fox, based off of a visual novel. This is a kind of spoiler heavy type thing. I'll try to say as little as I can about why it's spoiler heavy. Yeah, it's hard because you can't really talk about characters.
Yeah.
Without spoiling stuff. So
there's characters from the Steins Gate universe in this universe.
Yep.
And bad things happen in this universe.
Essentially, there's a point in Steins Gate where bad things starts happening. So our main character, Kiyoma Okurin, he's trying to fix all the bad shit and then get it good. But he realizes that in order to fix all that bad shit that happened, somebody is gonna not be okay.
They're gonna die.
They're dying. This is the storyline where he fails trying to save that character.
Yeah, and it's sad. Everybody's bummed out. So
it goes forward and everyone's kind of continuing on with their lives. How much further in the future is it? It's like a few years.
Yeah, because he's still in college. Everybody's a little bit older, you know. And, you know, some characters that we meet at the end of the fucking other arc, you know, are now hanging out. And he's still in... Because he was in college before, but he's more mature now. He's, you know, he's like... He's actually going to school or whatever.
It's a really interesting idea. Getting to see this world and seeing the changes that it's going to make and like how the characters are growing. He essentially, the main character, Okurin, hasn't seen anybody in such a long time. Yeah. They're all excited to see him and whatnot. And he's just still trying to like deal with his own depression and whatnot.
Because he knows what could have been or all that shit, right? Like,
yeah, he does. He knows all of that. And the thing that sucks most about all of it too is that he's the one that killed the character.
Yeah.
He accidentally killed them and he can't go to like a therapist or whatever and be like, I killed them. Like,
he's a murderer.
Yeah. So he's dealing with all this shit and it's not his fault either. There was a whole other thing and it's all kind of explained. So none of the characters know that he killed this character. But yeah. I believe.
I don't know.
Maybe they do. Maybe a few do know, but it's all up in the air. What's exciting for me to see is during the whole, there's a big section of Steins Gate where you find out that this character is looking for her dad, and you find out who the dad is, and now we get to see who her mom is.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, I like it.
What a babe!
What a babe! She's a sweetheart. So I'm excited about that. This is like not a happy show.
No,
but I'm excited to see where it goes. I want to know what happens. I don't know if it's going to be another like, oh yeah, let's try to fix shit, or if it's going to be more along the lines of we're still going to try to stop World War III.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like, yeah,
cool. That's the only last one you have for Crunchyroll? Yeah.
No, I got one more.
What you got?
All right, so this is the last show. It's a funky one. It's called Last Period: The Journey to the End of Despair, made by JC Staff. It's based off of a game, and it essentially follows like this group of different people, creature, being things in like a little video game party, and they go off and they do quests together, and it's just a goofy, fun little show.
Didn't see this one.
It didn't have anything that felt like magical to me. I like in a way that felt special, I guess. So it's a show where if I watched it as a kid, I would have been into it. Not like crazy into it like the other ones we talked about, but this one I would have been pretty into it. It's just a little party, and they're trying to make some money. They had to sell all their shit in order to make money and like not have something bad happen to them or whatever. So it's kind of goofy. It's fun, and yeah. The fights are all right, I guess. It's nothing.
Cool.
This show's nothing.
So I also watched one more that you didn't watch. This is Lupin the Third Part 5.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't like Lupin, so you didn't bother with
Not
this.
a Looper.
I recently started watching Lupin. I watched the Part 4. I got almost done with it. I think there's a couple episodes I need to finish. And I was like, cool, Part 5's coming out. Let's check it out. And the thing about Lupin is all the parts don't really matter. Like, you know, sometimes different studios will pick up different parts. They just kind of do the thing where they'll continue the naming convention, you know.
Yeah.
Lupin the Third is his name. Like, the Lupin the Third is his name, and the part is like, oh, it's not season. It's just like, this is the next iteration of whatever. So in Part 5, you know, Lupin still has his crew, the same ones he always has. He saves some chick from like a bunker, and she's like a tech chick. And in this one, there's a lot of tech in it. And like, he steals a bunch of money from the black market, and people in the black market are mad. So they're making this game out of finding Lupin. So it's like all around the world, people are like snapping him, fucking live streaming him. And he's just like, he can't, it's like the Find Lupin game or whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like he can't escape it. And he's got to figure out how to deal with this, you know, with this new inconvenient thing, because, you know, him being a master thief it really helps if he isn't known who he is. And if people don't know where he's at, and if people know where he is all the time, it's super hard for him to get anything done. It still has huge Lupin vibes, you know. It's like, you know, the wackiness that comes with him, and you know his characters or the way he acts, personality. So I like Lupin. I really fucking dig the intro. I think it's so much fun.
Nice.
I'm super excited to see more Lupin. And this one, I think, did we say it's getting a dub or no?
Nah.
Bummer, because the dub I'd like the Lupin dub. But anyways, good show. I like it. I know you won't like it. I'm not even gonna try to convince you. But it's a good show. Cool. What's next, man?
We got Amazon shit to talk about. There are only 2 shows, and I don't have much to say about either of them. So we're going to dive into Magical Girl Sight, made by Production DOA. It's based off of a manga.
Sure is.
Damn. All right, so this is it's kind of like the beginning of a magical girl raising project in a way, where like bad shit. Well, I guess more so the book. Bad shit's happening to a character, and then they get the chance to become a magical girl.
Yeah.
But in this show, instead of it just being like bad shit's happening, the character's depressed, it's like, yo, if I was this character, I would have killed myself like way ahead of time.
It's not like bad shit happens. It's like every possible bad thing that could ever happen to a human being happens to her.
Yeah, it's like pure evil has just been drawn to this girl.
Like she gets like tortured and bullied at school. Like they beat the shit out of her. They, you know, put razor blades in her shoes. They fucking glue her seat, you know, so she has to sit in it. They dunk her head in the toilet. They, you know, try to have some guy rape her, you know.
Yep.
Then she goes home and her fucking psychotic brother beats the shit out of her so he can relieve some stress or whatever, you know. The only good thing in her life is a fucking kitten that's on the side of the road, and fucking kitten gets murdered, you know. Like everything that could possibly go wrong with this girl goes wrong, and it's gross. It's like it's too much is what it is. It's like, oh, I get it. You want me to sympathize with this character, but you're making me less mad that people are being mean to her. You're making me more mad at you for making her go through all this shit.
Right? Because it's not only that. It's like realistically, this many bad things, this many bad people wouldn't all be drawn to this one character.
Or someone would notice, someone would help, you know, like, you know, someone.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Her parents are like, they love her.
Well, her mom does, at least.
Yeah.
You know, her dad's a hard ass, but every Japanese dad in fucking anime is supposed to be a hard ass. You know?
Yeah, you know.
You know, he's like, oh, I gotta appease father or whatever. But somebody, she should talk to, you know, that's the thing. You know, I don't want to victim shame. Like,
no.
But she should talk to somebody. She needs to get some help.
Well, somebody should notice. Like, a teacher would notice.
Man, you know how mad it made me when she showed up to school and like there was glue and like they like written like you're a whore on the desk or whatever, and like the teacher's like sit down so we get the class started. I'd raise my hand and be like, I can't sit down because someone fucking put glue on my chair. And then the teacher would be like, oh, is that right? Oh, look, there's glue on this chair. All right.
Yeah, but then they beat the shit out of you even more than usual. Is why you can't say anything like that.
But it's fucked up, you know.
It
like,
is fucked up.
Because like the teacher is even like an asshole. Like he's just like, come on, sit down in the class. And she's like, I guess I'll sit down because that's what I'm supposed to do. And now she's got glue all over her fucking shit. Yeah, man, fucking that made me super mad. And then she gets some fucking like the fucking hey, you can be a magical girl, and they give her a magical girl, and she's a fucking gun, and the gun teleports people, right? That's what it does.
Yep.
And then she uses the gun on a couple people, accidentally teleports them in front of a train,
to, like, rape her.
Yeah.
So.
Well, super justified to shoot them. You know, teleports them in front of a train, and then they get killed. And then fucking the friends of these people who were killed like blame her. So she's like a razor, like a box cutter, like in her mouth. Like, I'm gonna fucking cut your mouth open. And then some other magical girl shows up and like she's like, oh, my power's to freeze time. He's like, you should probably get out of here. I was like, oh, also next time just kill somebody. So she like grabs the razor and slits that character's throat. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, why is this so fucking heavy? It's super ham-fisted. Like, you know, like Magical Girl Raising Project, there was some tact to it. Like, you know, the intro was super dark. Like, we just see a bunch of bodies or whatever, and like there's somebody at the top of the body. Right. And then it's instantly super cheerful or whatever. And like, and then there's that twist, like, oh my God, this is super dark. This is just like dark, even more dark.
Yeah, you don't get any time to rest. You don't get any characters that you're like, yeah, let's go. Because even the girl that's like, you just kill him. It's like, well, I don't necessarily want people to die.
Yeah, what happened to you? Who hurt you? You know, or whatever.
I don't know, man.
The one thing I really liked about the show, was the gun. Like the design,
it's a big old heart gun with like a heart aim,
a heart sight or whatever. Yeah. Like, and I've seen there's other sticks that they're called, like the Magic Girl sticks. Like, and I'm like, oh man, I like them a lot. So like the gun, I was like, oh, it's fucking adorable. I would fucking wield a cartoony big great heart-shaped gun.
It reminds me a lot of the gun in No Game No Life, which I don't know if you've seen that far into it. Yeah. But there's this whole game where like you shoot hearts at people and then they like follow you and they're all your like friends or whatever. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Yeah, it was such a weird, dark show. Mm-hmm. That I don't want to. I like dark shit. I fucking love that. I did not like this. Yeah, this just felt excessive.
Felt too much. It wasn't handled in a good way or whatever. You know, and this is coming from the guy who watched another where the teacher fucking slits his fucking throat. You know,
and you're like, yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that's fucking metal. You know, I was like, this was like, this is horrible. Like, yeah, I think a lot of it is rape's also a super touchy subject with stuff, you know.
I mean, it is, and like, I don't believe that these high schoolers there would be three girls that would bully that hard, and then get somebody else, and they're like, "Yo, you want to rape this chick?"
It'd be super cool if you raped this chick. I was like, no, I'm cool. I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not a situation that would ever happen.
Yeah, it was just like the most evil people in the world were attracted to one girl. I was like, nah, I'm not feeling it. But again, super cool gun.
So let's talk about another show, I guess.
Don't watch that gun.
Don't watch that show.
Don't watch the show. I don't think we should watch something like that horrible. I'll probably watch all of it.
Jesus Christ. Totally different pace here. Huge change. Wotakoi, Love is Hard for an Otaku. It's made by A1 Pictures. It's based off of a web manga.
Did you like the show?
This is just a slice of life show. It's fine. It's not for me. Yeah. People are going fucking nuts though, because first off, a lot of us anime watchers are fucking loveless otaku piece of shit. Yeah. And we like the idea that there are other people out there that are also pieces of shit that we can be together with.
Doesn't exist. No, doesn't happen. Happiness isn't a thing. No. It's a construct.
No. So anyways, this show, we could see, I don't know who the main character is. I think it's the girl, but I don't really know.
It's more like the whole group of them.
Yeah. So there are 4 people and they're all nerds.
They all work together.
Yeah. And they play Monster Hunter on their breaks and they just like chill out and drink together and get some food together. And it's just a slice of life. It's a nice little time.
One of them starts dating another one.
Yeah. So it's
I saw 2 of these.
I just watched one.
I was late at night. I was like, I just played both of them. I was like, whatever.
It was essentially the end of the first episode. We see the girl and the guy make a deal where now they're dating each other because they're weird and can't do it normal because they're otaku. So it's funny.
Yeah, that's how it is for me.
Yep.
I'm dating you. You don't even know it.
Whoa.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
That's the preview. So, what do you think, man? Out of all the shows, what do you think you're gonna watch? Obviously, you're watching stuff that's continued.
Yeah.
Like My Hero Academia season 3 came out.
My Hero Academia season 3 easily taking the cake for the best anime of the season. Seen 3 episodes so far, getting fucking hyped. Yeah, I like it. Episode 1, dumb recap fucking bullshit. Episode 2, oh man, who's this pussycat gang? I'm fucking in. You guys fighting dinos? I'm in. Episode 3, man, now we're just hanging out at camp and we're training extra hard and we're just training and training and training and it's so much fun and it's great and it's cool. And oh my God, wait, what? At the end of the episode, there are villains? Episode 4, villain episode. I'm stoked.
You haven't read the manga, have you?
No.
I'm so happy for you. Like this season's gonna be so fucking good.
Yeah, no, I know. You've told me. You're like, oh man, the summer camp one's great. And I'm like, summer camp? All right,
calm down.
Oh, I fucking get it now, boy. Yeah. I get it now because we got the pussycats.
Yeah, I like the pussycats. So besides that, of the new animes that we just reviewed, is there anything that you're gonna for sure watch?
Yeah, I'm thinking about watching My Hero Academia. I couldn't help it. No, I'm actually pretty excited about a lot of shows this season. Let me just bring up my personal list here. So I'm going to be watching clearly Space Battleship Tiramisu. Mm-hmm. I want to check out more Dances with the Dragons to see if there's more cool stuff or if it actually gets better. Definitely watching more Megalobox. Shows tight. I'm going to see how Comic Girls works out. Still, I'm on the fence about how much I like it or not. There were some parts that made me laugh pretty damn hard. Sword Art Online Alternative, Gun Gale Online. I want to see this. I definitely want to watch more of that. Super stoked. Oh my God, Hinamatsuri might be the best one this season. Megalobox is pretty close though. I really like the idea of the goofiness of Hinamatsuri, and I want to see who else they meet, what else goes on. I want to see an actual plot start to develop. Persona 5, I'm going to check out some of this. Like I said, I want to see the actual fights going on. I want to see how they adapt that into the show. Darling in the Franxx, still continuing, still crushing it. I am loving it. I'm actually pretty surprised at how much I'm liking it right now, but they got to a point where I need to see what else is going on. The reason that they're having that week hiatus here is because it's kind of like the first arc concluded.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a big finale, in my opinion, where I definitely thought a character was going to die, but of course, there wasn't any point where a character was actually in danger. It just kind of had that feeling while I was watching it that character was going to die. And then Steins Gate Zero. I'm obviously going to watch that. Yeah. Obviously. The fuck? Yeah, of course. I want to see who that new chick is who showed up. I want to see what her whole deal is. She's got some kind of a I don't know, a special thing going on. The tiny girl or whatever, yeah. She's got something special going on that I want to find out.
Yeah, I'm just quickly going through my list and seeing what's the stuff that's going to make the cut and not. So I'm for sure watching Megalobox also.
Yeah,
without a doubt. I'm going to keep watching Golden Kamuy because I know what happens. Some stuff happens in manga. I'm super excited to see what happens with that. My Hero, obviously. Fucking Gun Gale Online. Lupin the Third Part 5. I'll keep watching. Legends of Galactic Hero because I want to see what the hype is from the original one. I want to see if it can translate over. Major Second, I want to watch a lot because of just fucking feels good. It's charming. Hanamatsuri, like we were saying, super stoked, super fun.
Yeah, man. Hanamatsuri is dope.
Such a weird idea. Space Battleship Tiramisu, obviously super short but a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Steins Gate Zero because I like Steins Gate a lot. And then maybe try out the Garuzoni No Pitch or whatever, Money Pitch.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't bad. I kind of enjoyed it. And maybe I'll watch more of the Crossing show to see what the deal is.
I mean, that requires no effort. You just put it on for 2 seconds.
And oh, cool. And I'm curious because I am curious to see what it is because I liked the first episode a lot. Second episode, not that bad.
Yeah.
It was weird, not that bad. But I'm just if it is what I think it is, it could be interesting. So that's what I'm watching. I mean, I'll probably keep watching Darling in the Franxx.
I want you to catch up with that because it's got some good shit.
I'm pretty much all but falling off of Black Clover. I'm just kind of done.
Yeah, I'm still watching it.
Yeah. And then I really want to catch up with Boruto. Sasuke finally showed back up in the fucking mix. So I was got to catch back up with that. But there's stuff this season to watch for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty good season.
It's not like a drought like what we get every now and then.
No.
So, I mean, not all these will make the cut. Obviously, it's really hard to keep through with everything that we watched from the beginning.
Yeah. Easily, I could say I can probably drop Comic Girls, whatever. Yeah. That one's the first one to go.
Yeah.
Just in terms of if I'm enjoying everything, but I don't have enough time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't foresee myself watching much more Persona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So man, yeah. So I'm excited for this as an anime. I don't know what we're doing next week. I think some new animes dropped on Netflix that we could probably watch.
I want to talk about this actually. I don't know how you feel about it, but I want to watch the Psyche K.
Which one's that? Is that the kid with the
pink haired dude with the antenna?
Okay, I can try it. I'm pretty sure it's dubbed. If I hate it, I might not watch all of it because
you're gonna like it.
Because I'm telling you, I've seen some of it and I'm not too jazzed about it.
I've seen some of it and I am jazzed about it.
We'll check it out. So that's what we'll talk about next week. We'll watch the Psyche K, right?
Yep.
It's on Netflix and there's a second season coming out pretty soon. So that should be exciting. I was kind of bummed out. I was like, oh, where the fuck's Fooly Cooley? It's not until later.
No, it's not. Just one episode.
Yeah.
No,
fucking assholes.
They got me.
Got us good. Right in the fucking crotch.
Aw.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's the week's episode. Thanks for listening. If you like our logo, hit up Erin from TurbyTops.com. She's a great artist and super nice person.
Arts.
Check her out. If you like our intro song or fucking hit up Tom Nasser. We just saw Nasser, dog. Nasty Nasser.
Yeah.
He was looking good. He's got like the loafers on. I mean the dress shoes, but they were brown dress shoes.
Yeah, man.
Like an adult.
Yeah, man.
Fucking button up, tucked in the pants. I don't think I've ever been more attracted to Tom in my whole life.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of rough.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen Tom dressed up.
Oh, okay.
He cleans up nice.
Yeah, he's a clean boy.
Yeah. Okay, Trip, where can we find us?
People can find us on Facebook. Look up the Instagram podcast. Same goes for Instagram. Look up the Instagram podcast. If you want to tweet at us, tweet at Instagram pod. If you want to send us an email and tell us how shit we are or how cool we are, you can go to gmail.com and you can look at the Instagram podcast at gmail.com. Yeah, that was a lot of stuff, I guess.
That's it. Cool. So, are you done?
It's all in the description below.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. This is bye from Juan.
This is see you around from Chris.
Hey, Trip, don't forget.
Just add hot water. My Hero Season 3 coming at you.
Oh, my God. I'm going to stop it now.
I got nothing.
Okay.